We walked in. There was nobody at the reception desk, and we said, "We're here. We'd love to speak with Miss O'Donnell or any representative of the campaign." And they said, "Well, hang on just a second." And then over came a third gentleman who was less happy to see us. And he said, "What show are you representing?" I said, "The Rachel Maddow Show." And he said, "That's unacceptable."
That's unacceptable was his response to you saying the name of the show?
Yep. And then, so I was getting the feeling it wasn't going to happen right then. And then he said that you had been classless, that you had, I can't remember the verb he used to talk about what you had done to Christine, like slammed her, ripped her, something like that. Yeah. But essentially, I can remember classless for sure.
We can't find the O'Donnell campaign, and when we did find them, they insulted us and told us to leave. Within moments of that happening, within moments of us getting booted out of Christine O'Donnell's campaign headquarters in Delaware yesterday, the great Oliver Willis popped up on our show's self-serving RSS feed when he blogged about this fundraising email from the O'Donnell campaign. It reads, quote, "Dear Patriot, the charade is over. We all knew that my opponent couldn't hide behind the failed policies of Obama, Pelosi, and Reid forever. Even the liberal media led by Rachel Maddow and Keith Olbermann can't cover up the truth. Help me lead the charge against liberals in Washington by donating $100, $75, $50, or $35. You know, it is oddly flattering to learn that the O'Donnell campaign thinks we are important enough to raise money off of me and Keith as liberal villains, to complain about the way that we cover news and politics. But here's the thing. If you are unhappy with our coverage of you, Ms. O'Donnell, if you think that we intentionally cover up the truth, as you said in your fundraising letter, I can assure you that our reporting on you would be so much better informed if you were actually in it. If you would actually talk to us instead of having your staffers call us names and getting some angry man to yell, "Get off my lawn" at us just because we asked for an interview. We know you are very busy. We would have been happy just to talk with anybody from your campaign. We would like to get your side of things. We would love to improve our coverage of you by adding your campaign's perspective on the race to our coverage, and you won't let that happen. And now you are complaining to your supporters that you don't like the result. For those of us who work here at MSNBC, one of the most surreal things about this particular election year has been conservative politicians' efforts to make MSNBC part of the elections. Republican politician or conservative activist X complains that they're not represented in our coverage and then refuses to be represented in our coverage, claiming that we're afraid to bring you their point of view and then refusing to share their point of view with us. You might remember earlier this year when Republican Senator Scott Brown of Massachusetts did this. Scott Brown sent out a fundraising email to all of his supporters complaining about me. Rachel Maddow has a nightly platform to push her far-left agenda. What about you? Would you, Scott Brown, like to push your whatever agenda on my nightly platform? Because you are very much invited to do so. You don't like what I'm doing with my nightly platform? Please, sir, help me change it. Participate in it. Be on the show. Every time we've asked Scott Brown to come on the show, he has said no. You know, and that's his prerogative. Complain, about you not being here all you want, or refuse our invitations to be here, but you can't simultaneously complain about not being here and also refuse our invitations to be here. You can't. I mean, you are, of course, but it's craven and it's pathetic. Come on. Remember this scary ad from Liz Cheney's new conservative group, Keep America Safe?
What are they so afraid of? Why don't they want to talk substance? Why are they panicked? Why don't they want to debate the issues?
Ms. Cheney, you could totally run that ad if we here at MSNBC actually were afraid to debate you. But when we ask you to come on and debate over and over and over again, and you're the one who says no, then you can't complain that we're afraid to debate. There's also the phenomenon this year of Republicans using either my name or the name of somebody else here at this network to raise money. Proud moment there. That was part of a fundraising ad put out by Republican Senate candidate Marco Rubio of Florida. Marco Rubio must be right because Rachel Maddow says he's wrong. Even if I am inherently wrong about everything, to date, Marco Rubio has declined every single one of our requests to interview him. Likewise, Sarah Palin. Here's the new piece of red meat she is throwing to her fans.
A gal walked up and asked him where he was from, and he said Alaska. And then all of a sudden, the clerk, she turns beet red, and the veins pop out in her neck, kind of like Rachel Maddow does sometimes.
all the things I thought might change in my life when I got a job in TV, I did not foresee becoming a stump speech applause line for politicians who won't agree to do interviews with me. We have asked Sarah Palin to come on the show I don't even know how many times, and she has never agreed to come on. Happy to use me in one of her money-making stump speeches, unhappy to tell me why. Like, to my face. It has been a weird year for those of us here at MSNBC as conservatives have tried to run against us instead of running against their actual opponents. But here's the deal. We have big egos, those of us in this TV business. We all love seeing our faces caricatured in political ads and getting mentioned in speeches. We love seeing our names in black and white in these fundraising emails. But you cannot simultaneously complain that you are not being allowed access to the liberal media juggernaut that is MSNBC's primetime airwaves, and then refuse to come on when we offer you access. So say yes, Christine O'Donnell. It will be fun, I promise. Say yes, Sharon Engel. You will get a fair shake. Pinky swear. Say yes, Sarah Palin. You have our number. I know you do. Ken Buck, come by anytime. Joe Miller, I would love to talk to you. Liz Cheney, doors always open. To anybody in your family, actually. Any Cheney, anytime. It will be fair. It will be fun. And then you can brag about not being afraid to actually talk to the liberals that you complain about as a means of raising money. Come on, you guys. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.